Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. Let me start off, by saying this is Spilling the Teas with me, James Caldwell of spillitboy.com, and I am a day late. So I want to say that I am sorry, but I am a day late. I got caught up, so we're one day late. I was supposed to come back in and do this video on the 20th, but today is October the 21st, 2014, and we're going to have fun. Again, I'm sorry about being a day late, but let's get to it. Okay, starting right off, I always start off with the person who I think is the tea for the week. It's not just one person, one person for the most part, which is Viola Davis. Okay, you guys know I love Viola Davis. I am in love with this show from Shonda Rhimes, How to Get Away with Murder. So, Viola is my person of the week. That is the tea. But along with her, we have to actually mention the cast and the crew and the writers and Shonda Rhimes as well. In the program last Thursday, there's the end scene. Of course, we have Viola Davis. She's playing this criminal law attorney and professor who actually teaches criminal law 101. The thing is, she's done. Every week, she's done. Because there's always an issue about Viola Davis and how she has classic African-American looks, and it's always this big thing. Now, me personally, I have no problems with Viola's looks at all and never have. But what we have in this show, she's done. Naturally, she's in the court system and all of that. So she's all in that world. So naturally, that's how they have her dressed. She's clean as hell. Every episode, she's clean. Straight hair, she wears wigs and all of this. Well, this past Thursday, as we're going through the show, when we get to the end of the show, they actually show her come home and she's getting ready to have some get down time with her husband. And we've seen them have sex scenes before. And, she still kept everything together. She had her wig and her makeup and all that. She literally had some talking to do to him before she was going to do some sex or whatever that is that they were going to do. They show Viola sit at her vanity and take off her wig. She took off her lashes. She took and wiped all her makeup off with wet ones, sitting in front of her mirror in her vanity. And I said, go on, Viola, because she didn't have to agree to strip herself down that way for the show. I thought that took balls, especially when there's always this hassle about her looks and this, that, thing, and the other. And for me, when she got done stripping down all that makeup and all of that, and you seen the real Viola Davis, you didn't see Annalise Keating, the character, anymore. You actually saw Viola Davis, and you actually seen the dynamics of her as an actress. I was absolutely impressed at the fact that Shonda took it there on ABC. I was just, wasn't anything that I was expecting, and I was very proud. I felt very good about the scene, and again, my hat was absolutely off to my girl Viola. And I mean, down to her natural hair and everything. And she not perm, she wasn't texturized, nothing. Straight up Viola Davis, the way she gets out of bed, how she wakes up. And I was absolutely in awe of it and very proud. And like I said, that was ballsy. Shonda and Viola, but we're going to go on and give it to Viola. For the week, Viola Davis, my hat's off to you, darling. You did that. Okay? Now, moving on, guys, to the bulk here, which is what's the tea, A lot of, it's kind of sad news, so I don't want to get down on a real downer, but we had a lot of little things that actually went on that I have to mention in my world this week. I don't know if you remember this. There was a show that Monique did a few years back in 2005, I believe it was. And it was called Monique's Fat Chance. And it was a pageant, basically. It was in 2005. And it was a pageant. and they aired it, and it was weekly, and me and my mom, we watched, we were hanging on the edge of the seat. It was the Miss FAT pageant. So it was all heavier models. Gorgeous girls, absolutely gorgeous. Well, the girl who actually won, her name was Joanne Borgella, and she's this plus-size model. She was absolutely gorgeous, very talented. She could sing and everything like that. Pardon me. She won the show back in 2005. She went on to actually enter season 7 of American Idol. So it really did boost her and moved her confidence up, and she did some other great things. Well, the sad news is Joanne actually passed away this past week at the age of 32 after it was a year-long battle with I can't say it. After a long battle with endometrial cancer is what it was. It's endometrial cancer that she actually had the battle with. And just, it's sad. 32 years old, beautiful girl, gone way, way, way too soon. So I hate to have to report that, but that happened, and she did very great things, so I had to actually mention her, guys. Also, today, the fashion world has literally lost an icon. When I think of a beautiful fabric gown, automatically my mind goes to Oscar de la Renta. And Oscar de la Renta has actually gone home. He passed away. It was late last night is when I actually got the news. He was 82 years old. So that's definitely not a good thing, you know. Definitely a sad spot for the fashion industry. But yet, Oscar de la Renta has passed away. And then here's one that really, really threw me. A guy named Comer Cottrell, who that name may not sound familiar to you, but when I tell you what he's famous for, it'll all come together. But he died the past week. And he is the originator and the creator of the Jerry curl. He was also 82 years old, and he's actually gone home to glory as well. So, okay. All that sad stuff, whew, we're out of that. Okay, you know, I love to have fun. I can't stand all that sadness, but these things were really landmarks with me. Of course, you guys know I'm a fashion designer. You know I'm a hairdresser. So all of those things kind of all play in. I love models. All of that. That all like really moved the thing around in my world this week. So anyway, now let's talk about what's the tea here. Just stuff that just can be avoided. You know, I always attack these issues. Also this week that passed, I'm hearing Betty White had passed away at 92. Okay? So I felt really bad. Betty White, I'm talking about Betty White from the Golden Girls. Well, lo and behold, it's a Twitter hoax. Betty ain't passed away. Betty's fine. Betty's still working because she's still making movies. God bless her soul. Betty ain't passed away. So if you hear that, it's nothing but a lie. It was some mess that was done on Twitter. Betty White is fine. She's still kicking, baby. Still kicking and kicking high. I can't stand when they do this. I actually did a video. If you want to go back and plug, here I go, shameless plug, but I have a video that I did. There was one time months ago when they were saying that Tina Turner had died. And I found out, and I was pissed because I had felt real bad and all of this almost half the day. And come find out, just a lie, some Twitter mess. People need to watch the things that they're putting out there because some things are just unnecessary and can be avoided. That was just foolishness. But anyway, if you've heard that about Betty White is fine. Betty White has not gone anywhere. She's still with us. She's still working. She's still doing the damn thing. And we love Betty White. Betty White is god doggone hilarious. Do you hear me? And, okay, so let's do some more funny things here, guys. Being as though we're on Twitter, let's just go right here. I'll just stay right here with the Twitter situation, okay? Okay. You all, if you've watched my reviews, you know I cannot stand Tamar Braxton. Tamar Braxton drives me knuckin' futz, okay? And I shouldn't say I can't stand her because there's a couple songs she has that I like, but I think in her mind, she's overrated in her mind, okay? I just can't do her. Little girl gets on my nerves. She is always in some shit. Her latest thing, she was on Watch What Happens Live on Bravo with Andy over the weekend. Someone called in and they had a comment and asked Tamar, what does she think about Kenya Moore's singing career and the direction that Kenya Moore's singing career is going? Well, Tamar gave, you know how she gives, oh, is she a singer? All that shit. And then, you know, she follows it with, oh, no shade. Every time you hear Tamar say no shade, trust me, it's nothing but shade. And she gave, you know, I didn't know that little Gone with the Wind stuff was a real song. I heard it one time or two times in the club. And I didn't know it was a real song. But, you know, all right, girl, get your life. And then said, you know, I just think Kenya's not one of my favorites. Nene's my favorite. And then she went on talking and she called Kenya Moore thirsty. Okay, now let me say this. I am not and have not been a fan of Kenya Moore's ever since she came to reality TV. I am not a fan of Kenya's. She's an absolute bitch. But what I am a fan of, what's right, what's wrong. Kenya has not done anything to Tamar. Kenya was not bothering Tamar. So why are you even bringing Kenya up when you're over there? You're in her arena. She is a product of Bravo. You are a product of We. Who's even looking for you? You're over here talking stuff on Kenya. You out of order. You're out of order, and whatever Kenya does to you, you fucking deserve. Because, you know, Kenya's, you don't really want it with her, you know? So that all went down. Kenya set Twitter on fire and let Tamar have it. She read her down about her goddamn edges. She went totally in about her edges and gave 1-800-NEEDS edges and all of this business. She just read her. And then she said, I'm thirsty. She tweeted, I'm thirsty, but you're the one on television talking about me. So who's the thirsty one? And then it gave, I'll wait, ... hashtag unbothered. So now, you thought you were being real cute, Tamar? For the record, you know you think you're a fierce reader. Kenya let your ass have it. She paid you dust. Paid you dust. You went up in her backyard with some foolishness and she made you pay. Made you pay, clown. And really, I mean, that's crazy. How many times have you heard her songs in the doggone club? She got a few little songs. She act like she got as many hits as Tony. Girl, bye. Anyway, moving on. Because I do enough tearing up of Tamar on, what night is that? Thursday nights when I do my reviews on the Braxtons. I tear her up enough, so we're not going to dedicate no more time to her and her Tamartians. Night-night for you and them. Anyway, moving on. Vanity. We'll talk about vanity. Why are people so vain that they can't get done what they need to get done? What the hell is the tea? Aretha Franklin. I just named Aretha Franklin 2 weeks ago. She was the tea for the week. But Aretha was sitting in a salon, you know, and she was there doing interviews via satellite. And I don't know if it was a thing of Aretha letting her vanity get the best of her, where she didn't want to say that she couldn't hear out her earpiece, but you could tell it was an issue with the earpiece. It got to a point where it was just hard to continue watching because she couldn't hear. She was answering the questions. It was making her sound like an absolute bumbling buffoon. And at a point, she just literally stopped even answering to the questions. And she just started talking. And she's like, oh, yeah. And the people were looking like, can you hear us? Yeah, no, wait a minute. And I'm like, looking at her like, Aretha, are you serious? And I really believe, and I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, I hope somebody tells me, I believe that she was really not wanting to tell people I can't hear because of, you know, her age and different things like that, and she's trying to keep up this percent. Girl, you're old, and we know you're old, and it was not even the tea about you being old or not being able to hear or anything. You could not hear out of that earpiece. And it was so evident. And you were looking foolish. Foolish. I mean, literally, the clip that I seen of it was a little under 5 minutes. It was horrible. It was so hard to watch. It was terrible. Stop being so damn vain all the time, Aretha. Tell somebody you need some help. Ask for some help. Girl, we're here for you to do whatever it is that you need done. Hell, you've been on the planet 192 years. Ain't nobody worried about that, girl. We live for you. It ain't no problem. All right. So moving on. That wasn't really funny. That was bad. I felt really, really bad because she looked foolish. Anyway, moving on. Okay, now this is funny. All right. Keisha Cole. And I'm just saying Keisha Cole because it ain't really about Keisha Cole. Keisha, who even cares about Keisha, really? But it's really about her mammy, Frankie. Frankie's at an anniversary party, okay? And Chile of TLC is there. Chile happened to be doing an interview on the carpet, okay? Frankie ran up on Chile, half drunk, because that's how Frankie do, half drunk, half high. She runs up on Chile, and she is, wanting to have an autograph and all that. But again, like I said, Chile's in the middle of an interview, but she was gracious, because you know how Chile is. Chile's cool. And she gave Frankie a little hug and everything, and then she continued on with her business. Well, as some time went on, Frankie didn't care for the hug that Chile gave her. She felt like Chile was blowing her off. And she got her 2-3 more cocktails, honey, and that hooch got up in her soul. And Frankie went to acting a fool. Now, at this point, Chile is standing somewhere talking to young Jock. Frankie literally runs up, and now she's attacking Chile. Like wanting to fight, trying to fight her. And she's hollering, and she's screaming, and acting a damn fool. Okay? Acting a fool, and hollering all this shit, and telling Chile, you ain't all that, and this, that, and the other, and carrying on. And had the nerve to holler out there, my daughter's better than you. Is she? Is she? Better at what? What is she better at her than? Because Chile ain't never professed to be no fierce singer. What she is fucking paid. She's paid. Everybody know who she is. She has made a staple in that music community. Now, what is she better at? Keisha's better at her than what, Frankie? Sit your ass down, clown. Then she's going on with all that. Then she's screaming, and she allegedly made a comment. They're trying to talk about the business. She was talking about the business and how they don't respect her. Who in the entertainment business owes you any respect? You done been on for seasons and seasons acting a goddamn ass. Who owes you any respect, Frankie? Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Keisha, get your mammy. They always was putting everything off on Neffy, that Neffy's so ghetto and Neffy's all that. Guess what? Neffy dressed up real, real good. And when Neffy's dressed up, Neffy has sense. You could dress that goddamn Frankie up. Frankie is a clown at 10 o'clock in the morning. She's a clown at 12 noon. She's a clown at 3 and 4 and 5 in the afternoon. And by 8, she's a goddamn drunken fool, honey. She's ridiculous. And allegedly out there dating a 22-year-old. Girl, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. And literally, she went on Young Jock, was caught all up in the middle, and she's literally trying to fight Chile. Trying to fight Chile. So they treat me like I'm still a crackhead. If it looks like a crackhead and it walks like a crackhead, trust me, it smokes. I'm just saying. And with that, moving on, because I will give the crackhead near another minute of this video. Moving on. My goodness. I mean, it just never ends. It just never ceases to amaze me the things that these people don't go through. All right, in the news. This was hilarious. Now, this is funny. This was funny to me. In Los Angeles, there's a woman. Her name is Genevieve. Nunez Figueroa. Okay? All that. That's her name. She's 28 years old, and she was arrested on Sunday. Okay? After trying to enter a home through the chimney. Okay? This fool met a guy on Facebook. Him and her was talking on Facebook for whatever reason. She gave him stalker tea, okay? She tried to get in his house through the chimney, got down 4 feet, and her dumb ass got stuck. Where did they do that at? This must be a Los Angeles thing. I've never heard of such. And what ended up happening, people heard her crying at 5:45 in the morning with her ass stuck in the chimney. And just what was it that he must have sent her some selfies, some little dingling pictures or something, because I can't understand anything else than what have you climbing through the chimney at 5 o'clock in the morning. Maybe it's me. I don't know. I just don't see it. Okay, so her foolish ass is stuck down in this chimney. They went and the fire department came out. They had to literally break the chimney apart. It's brick. They're breaking the chimney apart to try to get goofball up out of the chimney. Just couldn't do it. They ended up taking and pouring, are you guys ready for this? Pouring dishwashing liquid down the chimney. And I would love to know which brand that it was, because God knows they could probably really use this for their advertisement and get paid. But they poured dishwasher liquid down the chimney chute, blasted it with a little bit of water, and then it took 4 firemen, and they just pulled this simple broad right on up out of there. She slid right on up out of there. Baby, when I tell you that this woman, the picture I seen of her, she was darker than me, baby. She was covered in soot. And I said it was very fitting. You're covered in soot because you're full of shit. She's a hot mess. She got up out of the chimney. They took her to the hospital, checked her out, and then booked her. Okay? She got booked for suspicion of unauthorized entry of a dwelling and giving false information to the police officer. In jail. In jail. I want to know. What were you climbing down the chute for, girl? What was it that he promised you or that he showed you that sent you down the chute of the damn chimney? Foolish. Foolish. I never heard of such. I got so tickled with that story. A mess. It just never ends. All right, so on to my favorite part of this that we do every week is my sound spill, which is actually what I'm listening to in my car and what I'm listening to in my house and what I can't get off my CD player. Okay, this week, cannot get it off the player. This CD, it's ridiculous. But the person is Sandra St.Victor. And if the name doesn't sound familiar to you, let's go a little further here. Do you remember the group, The Family Stand? Okay, they had the song Ghetto Heaven, and this was years back. She was the lead singer, basically, of the group, The Family Stand. But everybody knows Ghetto Heaven. That Ghetto Heaven, it's time to get some Ghetto Heaven. It was a big song in the early 90s. Real hot tune. I really liked it. It was real cool. But this is where she came from. But my sound spill is actually on Sandra's CD. It's her 1996 CD, which is actually called Mac Diva Saves the World. The song is actually called Come Over. I just can't get enough of it. I don't know. I've been through this period with her before where I get in this thing with Sandra and I get into this move, and it's her voice. Her voice reminds me of Leela James, which has just been on R&B Divas LA. So it's like Leela James sprinkled with Chaka Khan and then swirl Erykah Badu somewhere up in there too. And you'll get Sandra St.Victor. Her voice is amazing. She can do everything. Her range is all over the place, okay? So the song Come Over is literally about her man friend, okay? And trust me, there's no play on words or anything like that. It is just as racy as what you think it is. She starts the song and she comes into the song literally right in the middle of her register. And it's kind of like, there's like a little part where she's kind of doing a little ad-libbing and the music is really, really serene. And that's like right in the very first 30 seconds. And then you'll hear her come in and do a little line and she's like, my baby's all I'll ever need in my life. And she goes on and then it crescendos and everything comes in. And then she moves on into her first verse. Sandra goes completely to the bottom of her register. And I'm a male and I can't even fake to get my voice down that far. She goes to the bottom of her register and she sounds like literally like a baritone, like a man. It's flawless, flawless. And she sings all of that. And then she goes through the song. The song's just rolling. The lyrics are just spicy, really spicy. She gets to the chorus, and the chorus is, I don't want to tease you, baby. Don't want to mislead you, no. I just want to free you, daddy, and make you come over and over. Like I said, no question about what she's talking about. She don't play with the words. The words are what the words are. It's very spicy. Very, very spicy song. And as she's coming out and we're going to the end part of the song and it hits the bridge and all of that, she literally goes up into the absolute top of her range. And that's where I said all the Shaka Khan stuff. When I said this is, you just got to go listen to the song. It's called Come Over, Sandra St.Victor, Mac Diva Saves the World is the CD, 1996, turns it out. And if you make it through that song, because, you know, usually I don't be fooling around with all that raciness. Not with y'all don't know, but I'm fooling with all that raciness. But anyway, if you can make it through that song and ain't attack nobody, the song right after it is called Wet. And she continues on with saying whatever it is that she want to say about herself, her anatomy, and her man friend, okay? And then, if you're still there, there's a song after that called Lonely in a Crowded Room, which has some awesome, awesome, awesome lyrics, and I'll probably sound spill on it another time. I'm not going to go into it right now, but it's a beautiful song, Lonely in a Crowded Room, and the lyrics are deep, very, very deep. So that's that. That is my sound spill for the week. Sandra St.Victor. Can't get enough of it. I'm telling you, you may not be able to find the CD, but if you can, go on YouTube. Go on YouTube and find, go on YouTube. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, guys. Now, I'm excited to get to this part, okay? Because we did a contest. So I am excited to give off the winners and stuff. Now, what I wasn't very happy about, what we were going to do, I asked you to send me emails. And I said 9 is my favorite number, so every 9th person would be added to a drawing. And that's exactly what I was going to do. But let me tell you what happened. I only received 11 emails. Now, I was shocked. I was shocked. Because I only received 11 emails. But that's cool. That's cool. Okay, and all I asked for in the email was for the email to have the subject Topaz, and then I ask you whatever you want me to refer to you by, write that, and then write to me where you're from. So we did that. I got 11 emails. So I was going to pull 2 names, and I'm going to give them a copy of my first book that is autographed. Okay, and I'll mail it out to them. Now, so I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and the only fair thing to do, in my opinion, and this is what we're going to do, and if you guys don't agree that that was the fair thing to do, please leave me comments and tell me whether you agree or disagree. It's going to already be done. But again, going forward, I want to make sure I'm trying to make, you can't make everybody happy, but I'm going to try to make as many people happy as I can. So I have 11 people. The key number was 9. Every 9th email was going to go into the drawing. Since I only got 11, I am going to go ahead with the 9th email and automatically make that person a winner. Okay? Because I just think that only fair. The 9th person that actually sent in is Aesthetics Guru from New York, New York. Hey, Guru, how are you? So you are definitely going to be the first winner. Now, the other names I actually have here, and I'm going to shout them out now. And I'm going to I've put all their names into a bag. And so now, whereas they wouldn't have actually been winners because they're not, 9, 18, 27 or anything like that. So now they're going to get a chance to actually win. Okay? So I think that's fair. I really do. And again, you definitely have a chance to, shoot me a line after this goes on, and going forward, we'll see. If you guys don't like that, we'll try something else, but this is what we're doing today. Now, the other people were Sharon Johnson from Port St. Lucie, Florida. Hey, babe. Miss Riri, 1984 from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Again, we had Aesthetics Guru from New York, New York. Shirlette Dye, Richmond, Virginia. Wincy, Port St. Lucie, Florida. Okay? Just Read My Book 1. Emerald Isle, North Carolina. Kayla Johnson, Tampa, Florida. Only Elisa, Washington, D.C. Quintessentials 2 from Chicago. And Ms. Pretty Diva from Pittsburgh, PA. She's right here in Pittsburgh, PA. I thank all of you guys for actually coming with me and doing the contest. I enjoyed it, even if there was just because there was 11 of you. I wouldn't care if there was 1 of you guys. I enjoyed it because I just enjoy doing things with you and for you, and just trying to let you know that I do appreciate you all out there following me. So let's get to it. I'm going to pull a name and say who the second winner is. All right. Okay, guys. Kayla Johnson, Tampa, Florida. All right. So, Kayla Johnson, I need you and Aesthetics Guru email me at whenjcspeaks@msn.com. I need an address that you would like me to send your book to, that you can get. It could be a post office box, a home address, or whatever you need. Trust me, I'm not a stalker. I'm not coming looking for you. I'm not going to climb down your chimney coming after you. But Kayla Johnson and Aesthetics Guru, I'm very happy that you guys are getting these. Please go to the email, send me an address that I can actually send you your copy of Love and Topaz. And I'm going to actually go ahead and autograph it. And just a little bit real quick, the book itself is actually, it's about a 16-year-old that is part of a very dysfunctional family. And it tells his journey of literally learning how to love himself and that kind of thing, because the family doesn't really care for him very much. And there's like a lot of turmoil and a lot of drama. You know, I'm dramatic, so it's a lot of drama. You'll get a lot of laughs. You might get a tear or two out of it. But that's basically what the story tells. It tells how to love yourself, how a person literally came to love themselves, even when staring in the face of adversity and there were folks that weren't loving and they were close family members. So that's what the book's about. And it actually is part of a series. This is the first book in a 3-book series. It's 3 books right now, but there's more coming. So, but anyway. And it actually, you can get the book itself. It's all on Amazon.com. But that's it. Love and Topaz by James Caldwell. I'm so happy that I'm able to go ahead and ship those to you guys. I hope you're happy. I am very happy with it. And that's it, guys, for this week. You can thumbs up or thumbs down the video. I love you guys. I love talking with you guys. And again, sorry about being a day late, but that's okay. We made it through it. We got done. Leave me comments. You can follow me on Twitter at SpillItBoy. And check out my website at www.spillitboy.com. Love you guys, and I will see you next week. And I'm coming back with another contest. So I'm going to wait on your comments, and then, I'll see what we're going to do as far as the contest going forward. But I'm definitely going to have something else for you next week. Okay, bye guys.